Hi, what we want to talk about today is what you need to invest in to become a successful life insurance agent, whether you started today or you've been in for a while. Let's talk about it. In order to sell more life insurance, you need an automated, predictable system that works. Hi, my name is Earl Hall. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for Arturo Johnson Consulting, LLC. What we do is we show life insurance agents from beginning to end how to start, build, and grow a successful life insurance business. What we want to talk about today are the real costs of becoming a life insurance agent. What is the software, the equipment that you need, and also what are the investments you need to be making as far as leads go? That's the most important part of what it is that we do. We know that if we don't have leads, we don't have a business. The first part I want to talk about is the equipment that you need, and then we'll get into the software as well. You need just some simple things to get started. Obviously, you need a PC or Mac to go ahead and be able to do what it is that you need to do from issuing a policy standpoint. You're also going to need things like probably a CRM with an auto dialer and maybe even a recorder so that you can actually record your phone calls. So let's break these pieces down just a little bit. And also you can use something as simple as an iPad to do what it is that you need to do. As a life insurance agent, I have run my entire business off of something as simple as my iPhone or my smartphone. And using an iPad that has its own plan as far as connectivity goes can be key as well, especially if you spend a lot of time out in the field. One of the good ones that I've used out there is actually called Radius Bob. It's the only one that I've actually used, and I actually enjoyed it a lot. The reason that I loved it so much is because I could import or put in all of my leads that I needed to put in there. It also has an auto dial feature where you can actually have customized area codes that is with an S, depending on where it is that you're dialing, so that the person in that city or that state sees their own area code come up on their phone. This comes in handy because a lot of times if we're calling all over the country to sell life insurance policies, if you're not calling from that area code, sometimes you'll get ignored. So it makes it one step better with that. Also, it has an automatic record feature in there so that as you're making the call, you can actually record that call at the same time. Now, I'm going to talk on this for a moment here because why would you want to record your calls? The reason why you want to record your calls is because this is how you're going to get better and better and better at selling life insurance, and particularly whether you're selling over the phone or whether you're selling face-to-face. When you record your calls, you can go back and listen to maybe where a call didn't go quite so good. Also, where the calls that actually led to the sale or close actually will help you to get better and better and better at what it is that you're doing. The whole premise behind this is if you don't know what's making you sell, and you're not learning this by recording your calls and listening to them, you're not going to know what to say on the next call. Recording your calls is going to make you better. So having a CRM that will do and have the functionality of holding all of your leads, being able to call them right from that CRM, and also record the call from your CRM is going to make you a better life insurance agent. The thing about having this type of CRM as well is that you're going to be able to put everything in one place, be able to set calendars, things of that nature, reminders that are just going to make you better and better. Also, one of the features that I liked about Radius Bob is that if they don't answer the phone, you could actually have a pre-recorded message so that if you hear a voicemail pick up, you click a button and you can just go to your next call, and it's going to leave that message for you if you're one that wants to leave a message. The next thing that I want to talk about is Zoom. Everyone should have a Zoom.us account. for obvious reasons. You're able to now utilize technology in order to sell life insurance in a way that maybe you never have before, but know that you need to start doing now. When you have that Zoom account, you can have that face-to-face contact with that potential client and make things go almost just as easily as it would be if you were sitting in front of them in their home. With everything that's going on with COVID-19, the Delta variant, and everything else, people are still kind of iffy if they want to bring someone new into their home. But we also live in the day and age where people are willing to do this way. Coronavirus has taught us a lot over the time that we've been dealing with this since early 2020, and it has taught us that we can still do business, but utilize technology in a much greater way in order to accomplish the same things that we would if we were face to face. People, instead of going to conferences now, are having virtual conferences. People, instead of going to grandma and grandpa's house, are visiting grandma and grandpa over Zoom. It accomplishes the same thing. Having that Zoom account as well allows you again to record that whole conversation so that you know exactly where things go right and where things go wrong to help you prepare for that next call. When you utilize Zoom as well, you can utilize it for free right now so that you can have one session going talking to one person. If you want to have multiple sessions with unlimited recordings, of course you'll have to upgrade that account. But for what most life insurance agents do, you can utilize that free account and never have to upgrade. The other thing that I want to talk about here is your calendar. The calendar of choice that we use is Calendly. The reason that we use Calendly is because it has such functionality in it, and it is super user-friendly to be able to use to set it up so that you can actually get appointments booked directly on your calendar. The great thing about Calendly, especially if you have a paid account, is that you'll be able to ask questions of people before they book an appointment with you. Now, this is important and comes in handy when someone is clicking that Calendly link or they see it on your website or your landing page and you've got to book an appointment here. Now you'll be able to ask them questions in regards to what it is that they're looking for. What's their budget? How much life insurance are they looking for? What is their name, date of birth, height, weight? Are they a smoker, non-smoker? These questions that are vital. Then when they book that appointment, you'll be able to see that information. And before you hop on a call with them, it's almost like you'll be able to go ahead and pre-fill in an application and you'll be ready to go as soon as you get on that appointment, as soon as you get on that call, whether that's a Zoom call or whether that's a phone call. You can use Calendly for either. And the functionality within Calendly allows you to set up a Zoom call so that that client, that potential prospect, knows that it's a Zoom call. You can set it up as a phone call or even as a Google Meet. And there's other options in there as well for you to be able to utilize this tool in a very effective way. Now let's talk about your landing page and why you need one. And then we're going to hop into your budget that you need to have for leads. But first up, let's talk about your landing page. Why do you need one? One of the premises that I have behind building a client base and building your business is that people want to know who you are. They want to be able to know, like, and trust you even before they book an appointment. So whether you're using something like Facebook ads or you're using videos to drive traffic to a landing page, you want to have a video there that is specifically talking about the product that you're selling. Notice I say product, not products. When you do this, you want to make sure that for each product that you sell, you want to have an individual landing page. You don't want to have a landing page that just vomits up everything that you sell. No one wants to watch that. But if someone is coming from a video that you've produced or from a Facebook ad that you have out there, you want to direct them to a landing page that is speaking specifically about what they just saw in that previous video or that Facebook ad, YouTube ad, whatever it is that you're running as far as how you're getting traffic to that landing page. If you sell final expense insurance, you want to have one landing page for final expense. If you're selling annuities, you want to have one landing page that just talks about annuities. If you're selling mortgage protection, one landing page just talking about mortgage protection. This is key, and it is not a point to overlook. The reason why you don't want to overlook this is because when you give people too many options, they happen to choose none. And if you're talking about too many things, they're not going to want to key in on or find what it is that they're looking for. This is why landing pages can really help out when it comes to selling your life insurance policies that you have to sell. Also, on your booking page, when you have that link there that's going to link to Calendly to book an appointment, you want to have a separate Calendly link for everything that you sell as well. You want to have a Calendly link for final expense. You want to have a Calendly link to book an appointment for mortgage protection. You want to have a Calendly link for booking appointments for annuities. This is important. Don't be lazy when it comes to this fact, because this is vital. It's the reason why one of the tools that we use is ClickFunnels. It is one of the easiest ways to go ahead and produce landing pages very quickly, very effectively, and that will look professional from the standpoint of not only yourself, but from the standpoint of the people that are coming to look at what you have to sell. You're going to have a professional presentation. It's very easy, point and click, drag and drop. You can have a landing page with ClickFunnels done in minutes. Now let's get into your lead budget. Leads is the most important thing as far as where you want to spend your money. This is where the biggest part of your budget needs to go. Now, from a lead generation standpoint, whether you're buying leads, whether you have your own automated predictable system that is either done with you or done for you, like we do at Arturo Johnson Consulting, you want to have a lead budget of anywhere from $500 to $1,000 each and every week. These are real numbers. You cannot skimp on this most important part of your business. If you do, you will not grow fast. You will not grow at all. And actually, when you don't spend enough money on leads, you run into frustration. That frustration comes into play because you're not generating enough leads. Let's just say, for instance, you got 10 leads this week. Well, that's all you have to work with are those 10 leads. How many times are you going to call them? How many times can you reach out to them? But on the other end of this, if you have 100 leads, you have more at-bats, you have more opportunities to get in front of people, to be able to book those appointments, to be able to make those sales, to be able to protect those families and generate revenue for yourself as well, depending on the compensation level that you have for the AP that you sell, the annualized premium. When it comes down to what it is that you're investing in and how you need to invest in it, the most important thing that you will ever do is invest in leads or a lead generation system. It's one of the things that we can help you with here at Arturo Johnson Consulting. And as a matter of fact, somewhere around this video, you're going to be able to click a button to be able to book an appointment with us so that we can discuss with you how it is that we can literally help you do this. We've helped hundreds of agents develop an automated predictable system that now allows them to not worry about lead flow, allows them to not worry about whether or not they're going to make sales that week. Every single week, life insurance agents are focused on one thing: how much AP, annualized premium it is that they're selling. The focus of this, the main thing of this, is about your lead generation. Right now, just ask yourself a question. Your lead generation, your sales for the week, how have they been going? Are you making $30K a month, $50K a month, $100K a month? If you're not producing at that level, it can be done in a relatively quick fashion. This depends on not only your lead flow, but also your sales ability, your sales skills. Many people believe that they do have a lead problem, which they do, but also you may have a sales problem. That's because you may be new, or you may not have ever been coached on actually how to do sales, especially in this new era we're in, where more and more life insurance agents are selling virtually and over the phone. With 1.2, 1.4, 1.5 life insurance agents in the country right now, you've got to be head and shoulders above the mean. You've got to be head and shoulders above the average. We know that there are only about 10% of life insurance agents in the country, of that 1.2 to 1.5 million, that are even making over six figures. Give yourself a leg up. I want you to book an appointment with us now, Arturo Johnson Consulting, and also you can also join our free Facebook group, and we'll tell you how to do that so you can get even more information on how it is that we can help you, and you can see other agents that we're helping as well. I hope this video has been helpful to you. Make sure, click the buttons around this video right now, book an appointment, join our free Facebook group, or do both. We'll see you soon.